Hello there. Happy Monday, everyone. Let me get logged in here, make sure I'm in the right place. If you're just popping on with me, then let me know. I got a lot of stuff to show you guys today. I honestly wasn't sure what I was going to show you, and then once I started looking, I had lots to share, so let me know if you're on with me. Okay, there I am. Okay. Well, what I want to share with you first, I'm going to give everybody just a minute, actually. I have my vendor show again today. Mondays are crazy around here. But I'm all ready to go. Let's hope we don't have any mishaps this week as far as who shows up down there. I couldn't do it last week. It got canceled. I ended up just leaving. There was another Tastefully Simple rep down there, and she didn't want two of us there at the same time because it was misscheduled. So anyway, I will be there today. So come on down and see me if you guys are local. I'll have Stampin' Up, and I'll also have Tastefully Simple. And also this week, I am doing, you guys know that I try to donate cards to Sent with Love. It's for Jennifer Rice. She does the sentwithlove.org. You can find her there and learn more about her organization. But if you go on that website, it'll tell you, like what it's about, what they do to, help out families in need and stuff like that. But they also donate toys and cards and all sorts of stuff to Mott's Children's Hospital and also to another hospital. She's in Florida. So they do several different hospitals a couple times a year, and you can always donate to them, like for a specific need. Or what I'm doing this week, and that's why I brought this up, is I have my cards down at the farmer's market to sell. But this week, and probably from here on out, I have a whole group of cards that they're just for donation. So like if you need a card, you want a card, take a card, and it's strictly by donation. I'm not charging for them. So and all of the money will go back towards Jennifer's foundation. So check it out. Come see me if you're in the area and see what all I have. I got lots of goodies. This past weekend was the virtual album retreat. I've been telling you guys about this, and I got to do it this weekend, but, well, actually, I think it started Wednesday, no, or maybe Thursday, and it was 8 hours a day, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, how are we gonna drag this out over 3 days? But they did, and I went camping this weekend, so I didn't get the last 4 projects done. I got half of one, and I'll show you that, but I forgot my trimmer, so I didn't take it camping. So I couldn't finish my other projects, but each project takes about 2 hours to complete, and that's because there's a lot of talking going on. There's, there's a bunch of different crafters that, like the CEO of Stampin' Up, she did a few layouts. There's people that are like on the design team. They did a few layouts, but it was fun to see how everybody crafts differently, and, how they stamp first? Do they do their paper first? It was very well organized and well put together, and it was a lot of fun. It was fun to listen to everybody go back and forth. If you had any questions, it was live, so you could just ask right then, and then somebody would get right back to you and answer you. It was just a well put together retreat. And I hope they do more of these. Yes, it was pricey, but I want to show you guys a few of the layouts that I did. I did post snapshot pictures of some of them, but there was so much that they didn't tell us that I thought was important. We did get these 2 stamp sets. Now, they didn't come in the cases, but they did give us the inserts and the stamps. So there's 2 different stamp sets in here. And there's 2 in here. One is just the whole alphabet with the numbers and everything up here. And then all of these, there was a lot of stamping going on with this, let me tell you. And then they printed off so we would know what they were talking about. They even labeled like all of the stamps on this sheet that I could print off. So like if they told me to get, I don't know, I think there was a snowflake in here, and I'm like, where is the snowflake? I knew exactly where it was. I can't find it right now, but it was very nice how they did everything. So there was the stamp sets. A few of the other things that I thought was nice was they printed off, or you could print off all of the directions to everything. Each layout was had the measurements. It had step-by-step how to do everything. Now you could, if you purchase this, then you can, you'll have the link, and all of the videos are up on Facebook right now in the Virtual Album Retreat Facebook page. So you can go on there and you can watch them, and they did each individual layout separately, so you don't have to scroll and scroll and scroll to try to find the layout that you're wanting to complete that day. It was, you know, it's all on there. Now, they have the same rules as we do, that videos are gone after 30 days if they're on Facebook. So they are going to be moving all of the videos over to a YouTube channel that is for the people that have purchased the album retreat, and you can view them there. So there's no rush as far as, you know, hurrying up and getting them done, because let me tell you, each layout's like 2 hours. So the first night I sat here, I'd get up and make dinner and then come back and, you know, do a little bit more, because you can just rewind it. It's not like other events that they've done where they went live and then days later you had to wait for them to upload them. This is right away. It's live. So you can just, you know, rewind it back, pick up where you left off, and finish your layouts. So that was really nice. But all of the videos will be uploaded to YouTube. Now, I didn't put on any of my layouts. I didn't finish them because I didn't have my pictures. I never know what I'm going to do yet. This whole sheet is all of the months. January, February, March, all of them. And I did not put any of these on my layouts because I didn't know if I was going to do it for, you know, a certain month or whatever. So I didn't use that. They do give you specialty paper that I didn't realize how much was in here. But we end up, like, this is sheets I haven't even used yet. But there was specialty paper in there. Let me tell you, there was a lot of stamping, like I said. This whole sheet was full. These are all of them that I've used. There's 2 sides. Some people stamped them directly on here. I popped mine out and stamped them, but a lot of stamping. And I really like that because I like stamping on my layouts, but this was a lot more stamping than what I usually do on my layouts, but I loved it. This will give you an idea. So this is one of the layouts I started to do this weekend. And like I said, I was camping and I forgot my trimmer. So I couldn't finish this layout. And I really wanted to get this one done for you guys because this is like a pop-out explosion page. It was amazing. I have to put that together still. But all of these were the different embellishments and things that I still have to put on the page, but I just put them in my little trinket container here so I can keep them all together. But that was one layout, but I just want to flip through these really quick and show you guys some of these layouts. Let me see, make sure I'm in here. So lots of pockets, you know, like here's pocket. You can put, you know, your journaling in here. You can, this is for pictures, all these different spots. So lots of pictures you can put. These are 3 or 3 inches wide. So I could even put, you know, 2 3x3s here. I could fit a lot of pictures on this layout. This was one. Oh, I lost a number here. I think that one goes on there. This layout was cool because I like to journal. I don't always do great at journaling at the time. I try to, sometimes I do the pages, then I'm like, I'm going to go back later and journal, and then sometimes I don't. This page was like a bullet point page, so like picture 1, and then I could write the description down here for what was on picture 1. This was 2, you know, and I could do this throughout this layout. So we did some ink blending, we did some stamping directly on the pages. These flowers, it was like a patchwork page, so it was just piecing together different designer paper and cardstock. All of this was two-tone cardstock. So they told you, you know, use the dark, use the light, use whatever you like. This one was an interactive page that, again, I did not finish. This thing, this heart, opens up here, and you put a picture on this side. So I just made a stencil of what size I need my picture to be. And that's going to go in here, and then they showed you how to cut your page protector so that you could actually access this through your page protector without having to pull out your whole page. But I really liked the use of just strips of paper, stamping directly on it, and it was just a real fun page. I think this was the first one we did, and they were like, oh, this one might be a little tricky to start, but all the rest of them will be easier. This one I didn't think was too bad, but yeah, there's definitely a system to doing it, so it helps to watch the videos. But again, we did stamping. Titles are supposed to go up here, but like I said, I'll either make them or I will use the month titles that they included. This one, again, I have picture holders. This was pockets. This is like a double pocket, so you can put lots of things in here. Here's tags for journaling. There's a couple different tags in here. Another picture spot. So again, just a really fun layout. And I liked all the color combos. Sometimes that's the hardest part, is trying to figure out what kind of paper you're going to use or what colors go together. This one goes like this. And this was another one that was the bullet point type page. So I can label all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, put one down here, and then I can write my journaling on this, and it will, you know, kind of explain all the pictures. This was all ink blending with that white paper that I showed you at the beginning. It's like the ink resist paper, so you ink it with your blending brush and then you wipe it off, and that was the Starburst. So again, it was just really nice, pretty colors. Let me see, a couple more here. I did all of these in 2 days. This one, you got 3 spots. Watch this. This flips up. So you got picture here, picture here. I just didn't glue that one down good. But yeah, there's all these little extra little things in it, interactions that they show you how to do. And they showed you how to cut your page protector so you could just flip this up and not have to pull it out again. So I really liked the colors in this one. And all of them are labeled. That's why I'm keeping them with these packages. So all of them are labeled. So if I want to go back and see, you know, was I supposed to put this there? Or how did they stamp that? I can go back and just search by the projects and see exactly what I need to do. This was the Christmas one that I liked. We got little tassels up here. This was for your journaling, but again, I didn't put my journaling on. I changed this. This winter was supposed to be up here, but I kind of liked winter holiday because sometimes, you know, we just like, it doesn't necessarily have to be a Christmas layout. It's just a winter layout. So I liked that. I liked these pockets. There's one in the back and then there's one in the front. So I can either put pictures on this or I can do journaling. Got all these picture spots here. So I just really like the simplicity of just big banners and how these pages came together. So there's the December, and then this one was fun. So again, lots of spots for pictures. They got tags here. I glued mine in, but you can write on these, like the date or something like that. You can always write on these if you want. But all of these are pockets, so you can either slide pictures or journaling inside here. Just lots of room for whatever you want. So I just wanted to show you guys that. I thought it was really, really cool. Let me put all these back here. It was a lot of fun, and there is still time to get that album retreat. And like I said, all the videos are pre-recorded. So you will be able to go back and watch them anytime you want. So there's that. Paper pumpkin. Did you guys see my video on, I think I posted it last night. So these are, this came right before, like I was literally walking to the camper as we left, and here comes UPS. For some reason, if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, these have always came through the mail. This month, and I've heard, it wasn't just mine, quite a few people have had these delivered this month and last month, UPS. So I don't know if it's, you know, with the shipping charge, if it's cheaper to do UPS now or what's going on. But here come the UPS guy and handed it to me right as I was getting ready to leave. So what else am I supposed to do but take it camping and do it? So I want to show you the cards I did. This is the add-on set that you can get. And this isn't just the strawberries. Like you have the strawberry, then you have the flower. This is like an acorn. So this can be multi-purpose, strawberry or acorn. It's got the cute leaf, just a circle that's stitched, and then the hello. So these were the add-ons. These were the pretty envelopes that came with the pack. So they're scalloped and they're all colored. This was the stamp set that was in this month's kit. And actually, I want to show you all the cards I made, but I thought I had used everything in the kit. And I was cleaning the floor up because I had a big hot mess here. And I found another sentiment. And I found another flower on the floor. So I was like, oh, I could have made one more card, right? So there's the stamp set. These 4 cards, this one, let me get this stuff out of the way. And this one, and this, and this cute basket. These were the cards that they gave you instructions for how to make them in the kit. So you could do 2 of each. This kit was only supposed to do 8 cards, and you could do 2 of each of these. But again, you know, I have to think outside the box. So I want to show you guys real quick all the cards that I made using this kit. And all I added, like this, I just took a die and I cut this out. And this was one of the card bases, and so I just, you know, cut that out with my die as well. This was a sentiment block. Let me see if I got one in here. Like this one. So I cut that square and used it on another card, and then I had all these scallops left over. So I just used those scallops on here. There's this one. This one. I made several of them fun folds. But these were just, you know, using when the cards come like the originals and they're printed on both sides here. That's when you can cut them apart and you can use all of this as your designer paper and make all of these other things. So that's what I did with all of these. Now again, this is just a circle, what's it called? Spotlight on Nature die that I cut out, and I used that. Just added some ribbon. No gems came in this kit, so I did add all the gems. But the vellum came in the kit, and I just rearranged everything. These are getting down to my scraps. Then I made a bookbinding one, and then this one was a fun fold. And then I had all these little scraps left over of things that I cut off, so I was like, well, let me put these on a card too. So I just made a little 3x3 card. So that is the paper pumpkin this month. Lots and lots of goodies. I thought they were really cute. So there is that. Told you guys I had lots of stuff to show you today. So there's paper pumpkin. This kit came in the mail. This is the cute Sweet and Spooky kit, and so I got this one. So I sat here this morning and put one of these together. Now there's 3 different boxes. Look how big this box is. This is a good size box. I mean, it's as big as my hand here. They're wide. How big is this? Let me see. I'll be able to tell you here. This is 2.5 inches wide. Yeah, that was 2.5. And super cute. And all the little picks and everything come in this. The little clothespins, everything. So you can put a lot of candy in these. Hi, Marge. Thanks for watching. So, yeah. Lots of cuteness going on here. But I want to show you real quick. Look at the holographics on that. Isn't that cool? So there was one design. Again, these are sparkling. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes each. So there's 15 boxes in this kit. That's amazing that there's so many. And then you get little spooky houses here. We got some bling that comes in the kit. You got your dimensionals, your tear tape, your twine. Here's your picks that you use for your flags here. And then all these little tiny clothespins. So all this comes in the kit. And then you have all these banners and ghosts. They just pop out. And then here's all your tags. So lots of cuteness here. So I will definitely be making these up. These will make great fall treats. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys. And then on another note, don't forget, remember the haunted house that was out last year that sold out like in a heartbeat? Nobody could get it. It is available. So you can always order that now if you're looking for the haunted house. Get it now because it's still available as the kit. And a lot of people last year, I seen that they took the Halloween house and they changed it up and made it a Christmas house. So be creative. Just do whatever works for you. But it is a cute kit. I am going to bring in another mat here because we are going to be doing some stenciling today. I have 2 cards for you. I knew I had a lot to share. So, like I said, as I got in last night, I'm like, oh, what am I going to do tomorrow? Let me put something together. And if you've seen my post down a few, I showed you guys the paper and the cards that were made by the artisan team, which is like a group of makers that are picked by the people or Stampin' Up, or I really am not sure. But they got picked and they're on this board and they're responsible for making like some awesome, amazing, beautiful things. And they do such a good job every time. So let me try to get all these papers out here. I posted this paper it's beautiful. Let me just take it out. And there is a stamp set that goes with this paper, and it is the name of this paper is Floral Charm, and the stamp set you can get as the stamp set, the bundle, the suite. It all goes together with this paper. And then on this side, it's got Night of Navy. And we got leaves. Got some, this is Timid Tiger, and this looked like Cajun Craze. We're going to use this paper today, and I paired it with Cajun Craze, and I thought it looked good. But this is Timid Tiger. But what I decided, since I have so many stamps that are flowers, and I really didn't need another flower set, even though it's very pretty, very, very pretty. I'm going to show you guys a few of the flower stamp sets. Some are current, some are not, that I have that I think match this beautifully. So if you have one of them, I'm going to show you guys how you can pair it with this paper, because this paper is just, it's gorgeous. It is gorgeous paper. So that was it. Again, this paper is called Floral Charm. So check it out. It is online right now. It is an online exclusive. And you can get this. So we are going to use, we're going to do, like I said, stenciling today. So we're going to use Thankful Garden again. Actually, what I was going to do, this was going to be a clean my desk day. I don't know, I use these trays. I've showed you guys before. And I have all of this stuff already made. And I was like, what can I use and use up? So I have been picking random things here. You're going to see me use some of these things today. So that was kind of how I started with, okay, what can I clean up? So we are going to use this because I love coloring with this. I love the stencils in this. I think it's so pretty. And we're going to bring back in Gallery Bloom, because if you look on this paper here, see that? That matches that flower perfect. So I thought that would work for that. And then I'm also going to be doing this card, because how perfect is this flower with these? Okay, so I just changed the colors to match the paper, and that's what we're going to be doing today. I thought that would give you an idea of how you can change up your cards to, like, if you have a paper that you love and you want the new paper, but you're kind of like me and you're like, I don't need another stamp set right now, then use what you have, because this Thankful Garden is an online exclusive. And I started tagging some of mine because, to be honest, I know it's confusing for you guys. It's just as confusing for me sometimes as what is in the catalog, what is an online exclusive, is this something that's going to be here today, gone tomorrow? Like, it's nice to know these things. So I started tagging mine, OL online exclusive. If it's in the catalog, it's a different color. So it's just an easy way for me to keep track. But here's two more stamp sets that I wanted to show you guys. Now, these are no longer available, but these are two that I am keeping in my stash that I'll probably never get rid of. Blessings of Home and Cottage Rose. They do come with dies too, but look how gorgeous these flowers are. And I keep these because these are really pretty to use on my scrapbooking layouts as well. So if you have these sets, then these pair nicely with that paper as well. Okay, so I just wanted to pull those out and show you guys too. This mat is pretty cool. I just got it from Lisa. Lisa, if you're watching, thank you. Look, it's magnetic. So I've showed you before how to use the Misty to do some stenciling, but I really like this magnetic mat too, because that works for holding your stencils in place. So I don't know. We Are Memory Keepers is who makes this. I don't even know if they make them anymore, but if you have one, it's a good idea to use for your stencils. So there's that. So we are going to start today 11 by 4 1/4. This is Night of Navy. We have a white piece for the inside. This is that gorgeous paper on this side, and then the tone on tone on this side. So we are going to not put that on yet. I'll tell you why here in a minute. So then this piece is 4 by 2 1/4, and it's the Timid Tiger on one side. So we are going to put this right here. Now I'm going to have to pull up a chair here. Okay, so we're going to glue this. Now you could always gut out this paper or just not put such a big piece, you know, because this isn't going to be seen. So don't waste it if you don't want to. I'm just going to cover it up. That way I don't have to guess when I put it on my card base. We're going to bring in some ribbon. Now this ribbon isn't out yet. This is with the new suite that's coming out in the catalog next month. And by the way, thank you to those that went on and kind of fixed or opted in on your, when you sign up, Stampin' Up. A lot of you weren't opted in, so I couldn't send you catalogs. So thank you to those that did. Those that did not get it changed over, if you're not getting a catalog and you contact me and you want to know why, I can go ahead and send you the catalog. But yeah, that's why I couldn't send it directly from the company, is because that wasn't changed on the website. So no biggie, but I was just trying to give you guys a heads up, because I needed to order by last night. I wanted to get it all in so that I could get catalogs mailed out. So this ribbon is Misty Moonlight. Look how gorgeous. It's got silver in it, and then it's got the silver along the outside. It's the same on both sides, which I always like ribbon like that. You don't have to finagle your bow and try to get the good side out. So I'm just going to put my glue dots on the ends here and wrap this around. This is another trick to not waste so much ribbon, wrapping it all the way. So we're going to do that there. And then I can glue this on my card here. Hope everybody had a good weekend. We had decent weather. It was kind of gloomy yesterday, but we didn't care. We came home, and it's always better to be a little gloomy on the day we come home, because we have a lot of unpacking and it's always hot. So it was okay for me. This piece is oh, let me see. What's the dies? I can't think of the dies. It's all the rectangles with the stitching. This might help me if you know. I can't think of the name. Anyway, I just cut one of these medium-sized rectangles out. I'm going to bring in the stamp from the Garden Bloom here. And like I said, it doesn't say on the packet, I don't think, that this is Cajun Craze. It said Timid Tiger, but it didn't say Cajun Craze. But I'm pretty sure it's Cajun Craze. So that's what I'm going to use it for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp this. And then I'm going to stamp it again and just kind of angle it a little bit. Still lining up my stems down here like that. Isn't that pretty? So there are dies for this, so you can always cut that out. But it makes it nice to just stamp directly on something. It makes such pretty images. So let me put that back. Okay, then I told you I was cleaning my desk, and you won't believe it, but I had a lot of this. Actually, look, I got more colors up here. I had a whole bunch of stuff. I gotta see which one I used here. So it was this one. I'm just gonna take these. Now again, these are the dies out of the Gallery Bloom. And I'm gonna just glue these. And these are kind of cool. I don't know if I can do it now since I glued it. But you see how these pop up like that? They're like, I don't know, they're really cool. So I'm gonna pop this on here. And then this fun little, I don't know, there's like, I don't know what these are called, like the things that you blow and it goes psh, looks like those. I'm gonna put this on here. So it matches these, but again, it also matches this paper. Now, the ordering special for this week, to those that took advantage last week and you got the pear kit coming to you that I demonstrated last week, those will be in the mail tomorrow. Like I said, we were gone this weekend and I did not get them made, but you will be getting your kit in the mail. So this week, you'll be getting these 2 cards, but there will be another card. Like I said, I did not get it made. And I wasn't sure how long showing you everything else was going to take today. So I just made 2 cards to demonstrate today. But you'll be getting a 3rd card with your kit with a $50 order. So I just built that. This was, look, out of the set again. This is the spring celebration. This is all the ephemera packs. So there's thinking of you, there's good luck. And I just built that. Now we're going to take this and put some dimensionals on it. There was a lady there at the virtual retreat that I was cracking up. So you guys know I usually use a lot of glue and sometimes I go crazy with dimensionals, but not too bad. This lady, if she had this piece of paper, I am not even kidding, you wouldn't have even been able to see the paper. She put so many dimensionals on it, and she was doing this on scrapbooking pages, and her reason was good as to why she does that, because in an album, when you have 12 by 12 albums and your pages are really heavy, then it smashes all of your stuff down, and she didn't want her embellishments to be smashed down in the center. So she absolutely covered everything that she did. She just covered it. It was hilarious. We were all laughing, but like I said, everybody's got their reasons for doing what they do, and it's fun to watch sometimes how people craft differently. We had a good time. And, oh, I put that stamp away. I shouldn't have done that. Let me get this guy back out because we got to stamp the inside here. What'd I put? Thinking of you. I think I'll leave it at that. And then I can just write a message. And I'm going to bring in a scrap piece of paper here. Keep missing that one side here. There we go. Just to add a little something on the inside. And we're going to pop that right here on the inside. And there you go. You guys like that one? There's card number 1. Nice and simple. Okay, now I think I can put this away. And then we are going to bring in this card. So for this, look at all my scraps again. So this was out of the ephemera pack. These were, I don't know what these were from. That was in this tray here. This is out of that gold, it's like vellum, gold vellum. And I had all these leaves cut out. I'm like, yep, that'll work. So I grabbed some of these. And these green ones, come here, you. These little green ones, they were out of the ephemera pack as well. Well, they don't want to be picked up today. So that was that, and that was out of the same pack as the thank you. And then these I did cut, but I had a whole bunch here, but they were in green, and I didn't want to put green on the card. So I did cut these. But what we are using, oops, now I got too many leaves here, is a piece of this paper. It's real pretty on this side. I'll show you what I was going to do with this. This piece of paper is just like 3 3/4. It's about 3 3/4 square. I'm not used to using this as a ruler, so I'm not 100% sure that's accurate there, but I'm pretty sure it's like 3 3/4. So what we are going to do is we are going to tear this, and that was another whole story. Okay, I gotta tell you guys this was hilarious. So you guys know there's ways to tear paper. If you tear it towards you, you get one look, and if you tear it away from you, you get another look. If you tear it towards you, you're gonna get the white showing. So with our cardstock being two-tone, you will get a white core on the inside now. So if you like that, then you want to tear it towards you, okay? If you tear it away from you, you're not going to get the white. You're just going to get this paper. That's what the edge is going to look like, okay? So there's different ways you can achieve tearing paper. You can just rip it, and it is what it is. You can go slow, which is what I usually try to do and kind of organize where I'm tearing. You can also take, let me see if I got one here. We have those water painter brushes. I don't have one sitting here. I guess we're not selling them anymore, if I understood right. I haven't really looked. Oh, I do have one. Okay, one of these. So if you have something like this that's got water in it, you can take it and make a line where you estimate where you want your tear to be. And that kind of softens up the fiber in the paper, and it makes it easier to tear, okay? It works really well. So this one girl, she was demonstrating how to tear this paper, and they told her about wetting it, and it would make it tear easier. So as you see, I'm just going to tear this. And now I have the white on this side, but I don't have the white on this side, okay? So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna tear this again, and I'm just gonna take off a tiny, tiny bit just so I have that white showing, because I like the white. So anyway, they told her to wet this, and she was like, well, okay, how do I wet this? And I am not even kidding you guys. She took the paper and she started licking it. And she just like licked all of it, and then she tore it, and it worked. It worked. But we were like, oh, she literally just licked the paper. It was very funny, I gotta say. I have never seen anyone do that. They were like, well, okay, that's good that it worked, but you really didn't have to lick it. It was very funny. It was just a funny story. So there was lots of stuff like that that happened during the retreat that it was fun. It was like crafting with a bunch of friends. So it was nice. Now, see how this one's a little bit shorter than this one? No biggie. You can tear it however you want. You can also flip it over if you want this side. But I really like these flowers. So I'm going to put this here. Isn't that story funny though? So we're gonna put this on. Get this all ready for our stencil here. I'm just gonna leave a little border around the outside. I just like that. I like how it is tore. Now you could put, if you put a vanilla piece underneath this before you put that on, then you could do your stamping right here in the center. You wouldn't be able to see it on this dark, but I think that would be pretty. So what we're going to do, actually I need this piece of paper here, is we're gonna start making our flower. And I'm going to stamp this. Oh, I already got it out. Look at me being all prepared. So I'm going to stamp it in Memento. You can always ink blend and then stamp. I've showed you guys before how to do that. It lines up very nice. Just if you freehand it, or you can line it up in your Misty. So you can do it either way. But you want to use Memento before you ink blend so that you don't get it smearing all over the place, okay? And then we're going to let that dry here for a minute. Now, don't forget all your stencils. I've used these before, but I'll give you guys a reminder. They're all numbered up here. So I just had these in the bathroom drying, so let me get them in order. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so I like laying them out like this. Don't forget too, they have this notch up here. So if you're putting this on a scrap piece of paper, you can always draw your notch. That way you know exactly where to put your stencil. But because I've already stamped this, it's pretty obvious to me kind of where, you know, where I want my stencil to go. So I'm not too worried about marking anything. But what I am going to do, this is where this thing comes in handy. This is magnetic, so it holds everything for me. So I like that. So I have a pink blending brush, I have a purple blending brush, and I brought in my brown. So my pink one, these are the colors that I'm using. So I have Fresh Freesia, Berry Burst, and Blackberry Bliss. And those are, actually these two colors are what's the colors listed in the designer paper. This one I don't think was listed, but it matches the pecan pie. And then the Fresh Freesia, I'm bringing that one in just because I wanted a super light shadow underneath. See that little piece right there? That little guy, he likes to move on me. I wasn't the friendliest with him, I guess, when I was cleaning one day, and I kind of knocked him a little loose. So we just have to be careful when we're blending around him to go in the right direction here. So I just want really light, like I said. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my stencil 2. Line this up. And I'm going to bring in Berry Burst and my scrap paper, because I don't want this very dark. So I'm just going to knock off a little bit of the color. Give it a whirl here. Okay. And then I'm going to bring in Blackberry Bliss. Look how pretty that's turning out already. I love this stencil. I like the whole set. It's just so pretty. All right. We're going to guess. You don't have to guess. You can use your marks, but like I said, I just wanted to use this mat, and I'm guessing on that. So this is Blackberry Bliss. You can see I knocked off quite a bit of that because I'm going to come in and just hit these few spots here. Now it doesn't matter, I'm going off the paper over here. It would matter if you were just ink blending and leaving it on this paper, but because I'm not, I'm going to be cutting it out. It's okay. You won't even be able to see it because all that will be cut off, okay? So there's number 3. And then I'm going to line up my leaves. And I'm going to bring in my pecan pie. There might be enough on here. Let me try first. Oh, let me do a little more. I just wanted brown leaves so it matched this designer paper. You can make these whatever color you want. Okay, just really light. And then we're going to bring in this one, and this is going to add the accents to our leaves. And I'm going to do it a little bit darker. So either add more ink or just use a heavier hand. It's up to you. I always blot it off first though, because if you don't, you're going to get that on your project and that's not very good. So I always just knock some of it off so you don't have that big smudge on your paper. Okay? So we're done with all of these. Look how pretty our flower is. It's like magic. It's just, I love it. It's so easy, and I love that the flowers are so big that it really creates a focal point. Oh, I thought I had my tape over here. Hang on. It creates a good focal point for the whole front of a card. So I just use a little mint tape. You can use washi tape, whatever. And hold that down. I'm going to take it over here and die cut it. Real quick like. Okay. Like I said, someday I'll bring you guys with me. I just don't know how to do that. So now what we want to do is we want to start building our design here. So I'm going to put my leaves like that. Okay. These leaves are out of the Thankful Garden set as well. I think they match perfectly. And then these little guys, I'm going to tuck in after because I don't know where this is going to land here. So I'm going to put dimensionals on this. The new catalog that I'm talking about mailing is the new Christmas one. So I know a lot of people are showing Christmas projects on YouTube and everywhere else. I didn't get it together enough to do Christmas in July. I'm still in summer mode. Maybe next year, we'll see. But I wanted to wait until more Christmas things came out. We do have a few cute sets that are out now, but like this, you know, sometimes I feel like we don't get enough use out of what we already have. So I just wanted to show you guys, like the paper's new, but I just want to show you that there's other sets that go with this paper that you could use, just to give you options. Oh, I don't want those there. Oops, changed my mind. Where do I want these? Where did I put them? Over here? Oh, you know what? I forgot the twine too. All right, maybe I will put them here. I don't really want my sentiment to cover them up. Okay, it'll be all right. And then these leaves, they were an afterthought because they were sitting here as well. So we're going to add those. This is out of the ephemera. Talk about making a quick card when you have ephemera. And I like that little pop of color that it adds too, so it's not all, you know, the same. Then I'm going to take my sentiment and we're going to pop this up. Now these, I noticed too, some of these are, the banner is this way. So you have two different versions of these. Let me show you real quick. See that? So that makes it kind of handy depending if you want to put it on this side of your card or if you want to put it on this side of your card. Yeah, I think that leaf might cover. We'll put it right there. That way it's peeking out a little bit so we don't completely cover it. There's always a way, right? So we're gonna put this right up to the edge here, just like that. Now, I did forget my twine. I got a little crazy there and glued my flower down first. So we can always, I'll show you how to fix that. You can always add it after. Okay. Now because this is a vanilla, don't think I told you guys that at the beginning. So I used vanilla, and because it's light, I don't have to put anything on the inside here. So that's always a plus. So we can do this. I really need to sharpen my scissors. So you can always take this with the glue dot. Ugh. My poor caddy is holding way too much stuff here. So you can put a glue dot on this, and because this is up on dimensionals, we can just kind of tuck this in like this and just rearrange our twine. So we can do another piece. We can do a smaller one. Okay, maybe not that small. And I just put it on my poker, put it on my twine, and then I'm going to stick this one up under here like that. Okay, so now you got your little twine added and nobody ever knows that we forgot it. We got it. All right, so there you go. There's today's projects. Hi, Judy. I've been busy. Didn't even see you pop on. So there is our 2 cards for today. I see you said you were late, so go back and watch the beginning because I showed you guys a new Halloween kit. I showed you what I did with the paper pumpkin kit this month. I showed you some of the pages I did for the virtual album retreat. Like I said, I still have, I think there's 4 that I have left. And it's a process. Now, each layout took about 2 hours, I think, pretty close. Now, you don't have to spend 2 hours on 2 pages, and I thought it was funny when I came home and I was talking to Dan about it, and I was, you know, telling him how long they took. I said, now you know when we go on scrapbook retreats and I come home and I have like 10 pages done, I'm super excited because sometimes we just like to talk and hang out and, you know, talk more than craft. So sometimes it takes a little bit longer, but you can always fast forward through all the chit chat. And but that's kind of what was fun, is because you see how other people craft and you interact with them, and you could comment and they would comment back, and it was actually like crafting with like thousands of friends. So you can fast forward through all that. You don't have to listen to it, so it doesn't have to take you 2 hours to do one layout, but it was a lot of fun. So go back and watch, check out some of the pages that I made, and I will show you guys the explosion page when I get that one made. Like I said, I have to finish that one. Didn't have my trimmer. I packed this box, 12 by 12, huge box. It had everything in it except my trimmer. So I did my paper pumpkin, and I, you know, did a few prep work for some of the pages, but I'll get to it. It's just something that, you know, will take a minute. But here's the cards for today. Like I said, if you order this week, you have till Sunday night. You will get the supplies to make one of each of these, and there will be another card. I will include at least 3 cards in the kit. Like I said, I wasn't sure how I was going to do on time today, and I knew the ink blending would take a minute, so I just wanted to do 2 today because I had lots to show you. So there you go. I hope you guys have a good week, and like I said, come on down and see me if you're in the area, and don't forget about the fundraiser donations that I'm doing for Scent with Love. And if you would like to check out her organization and all the things that she does, she's actually coming up here to Michigan next week, and her website is www.scentwithlovemotts.org/. Okay, so check it out. I hope you guys, you know, look at it and help her out. She really does some awesome, wonderful work for lots and lots of families. So, okay, you guys have a great week, and I will talk to you all soon. Thanks. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.